more light on this, on the Decent Life Initiative. We have the pleasure to have this phono with Dr. Muna El Arishi, founder of an Egyptian non-governmental organization. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Dr. Muna, how do you see the Decent Life Initiative as one of the very important national mega projects, an initiative that was launched by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to raise the standard of living of around 60 million Egyptian citizens?
I believe Decent Life, or Haya Karima as I prefer to call it, is a holistic project with a nationwide mission that touches all aspects of life in the Egyptian society. It touches the socioeconomics, the family, inclusive of both men, women, and children. And our beloved country across all the societal classes and groups, for all ages. It is very, very important to bring in the whole of the family in this, because such a project, a mega project, that is responsible for the future of Egypt. I mean, we are now in a very critical crossroad. Having such a project at hand brings a lot of impact, because services are provided to the underprivileged, and it's also engaging the Egyptian laborers, using Egyptian products to make life better for all. True win-win-win.
Yes, Dr. Muna, the UN considers this initiative as to be one of the best leading programs in sustainable development worldwide. So how do you see this, the importance of this statement?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that statement because it really brings in to the people the feeling of being special and taken care of, rather than just being underprivileged. See? So the Egyptians can get the clear message that that Haya Karima is for them, for their happiness, with beautiful buildings that are pleasing to the eye, not just satisfying a functional objective, but really, really bringing elements of architecture and environmental beauty.
Yes,
it has a seed that has grown to be a giant, like a tree, you know, providing generous, healthy shade to Egypt and the Egyptians.
Yes, in the occasion of the Humanitarian Day, how do you see Decent Life as an icon of an icon for humanitarian work in Egypt?
Absolutely. You see, what is humanitarian? Humanitarian is bringing the underprivileged as well as the privileged together in one big project, and that is exactly what's happening. We can see that the delivery of such a mega project is involving the whole, I would say even the whole of the ministry itself, and the community, the NGOs, the different NGOs. For example, even women are addressed very strongly in such a big project. So we have buildings where women would be able to express themselves, feel better, as well as the youth. So we are covering the whole segments of society with nice buildings, good health, beautiful environment, and that is improving, of course, the humanitarian factor of the whole activities that are brought up together like that.
Yes, Dr. Mona, Decent Life Initiative, when it started from the governorates of Upper Egypt. So how do you see the importance of this, as Upper Egypt was governorates that were neglected for years before President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi came to office?
It's high time that the Upper Egypt part is brought back to where it belongs within the Egyptian economy. For ages and ages, those parts were the real support of the Egyptians. You know, in the Egyptian civilization, the old Egyptian civilization, that was the hard rock. Whenever the country needed support, it went to those resources. And it's time now that we re-engage them within the holistic approach that we are bringing our country forward with. So I believe that we have tremendous resource pool there, a very strong, let me say, mentalities and strong families and culture. Once they are in and they feel now as part of the, let me say, a very effective workforce, that will bring a lot of balance in the society as well.
Yes, Dr. Mona, recently Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli have visited governorates in Egypt, and he said in a statement that the first phase of the Decent Life initiative is about to come to an end by next December. How do you see this?
I think it's very good timing. We wanted that to be even earlier, but I believe having that happen within the year, I think that was the original objective, for it to happen around this time of year, so August, September timeframe. If we are still within the 2022 timeframe, that's a fantastic achievement, given all a lot of hurdles that happened during this year and the economical challenges that the government had to go through and the people as well. So bringing this into reality and seeing such a mega project delivered, I believe is a very good boost of the society, the economics, even for the feelings of people that we are delivering and that they will be engaging soon in a better life.
Yes, Dr. Mona, how was the Decent Life initiative able to unite and unify and make all the governorates coordinate, governorates and the ministries coordinate with each other and coordinate also with the private sector and with the NGOs? How do you see this initiative as unifying and getting together all these parties to help in implementing this initiative?
Okay, as I said before, so the ministry and the different ministers were coordinating and providing guidelines for the delivery of the project and project management activities across the government, and it's wide, really wide across Egypt, from west to south to north to east. So we have seen delivery across the board. Meanwhile, major companies as well as younger, I would say, projects and young businesses were there, up to the smallest contractor delivering in those projects. That's from the side of the delivery. So who are we delivering to? We are delivering to a society that is very holistic, as I mentioned before. The people, basically the family, the men, the women, the young people are all addressed in this project, mega project. So you will find units that cover the needs for each and every person in the family, and including the culture, the sports, well-being. What more can we need now? You know, we are ready to really enjoy this decent life.
Yes. So, Dr. Mona, what are the main objectives of the Decent Life initiative? Not just raising the standards of living of citizens, but also involving youth in this initiative, also women empowerment, helping the kids and the children, also the health and the education files that are helping in this initiative.
It's touching across the board, actually. So if we all know that when we really evolve and empower women, the whole GDP gets empowered, for example, because she is the one responsible for the family and for bringing up the next generations. And even her being empowered will help maintain a strong and healthy family. So that's one dimension. The other party, which is very, very important, our future, the youth, young women and men, who need to be very healthy as well, across body, mind, heart, and soul. And that is what Hayat Karima is bringing to them as well. Of course, the education is the backbone of everything. Health is another sustainable aspect that, when properly provided, then we really maintain a strong body. And now we have the body, the mind, the soul, and the heart as well. So the country is progressing across. And the nice thing about Hayat Karima is it's really, again, touching across the whole country, across the whole dimensions of a person to really progress and develop. Body, mind, heart, and soul.
Yes, Dr. Mona, the Decent Life Initiative has changed the look or the picture of the countryside. So, could you give us your insight concerning this change that we can feel on the ground?
Yeah, being in architecture myself, I really like the way how it looks. The buildings are very unique. They are different than the old way of building governmental buildings. So the aesthetics and the beauty of those buildings still merging within the nice environment of nature that we have in Egypt. It is a very, let me say, harmonious way. So there is no difficulty in looking at them, and it improves because now we need also to maintain our nice sense of beauty and enjoying, as always, Egypt was the pioneer in all aspects of arts, of culture, the films, the cinema, the music. So this will be an enhancement to this same dimensions that happened before.
Yes, Dr. Mona, the importance of youth participating in this initiative, the Decent Life Initiative, I mean the volunteers, how do you see the importance of this?
Big time. So I always say that volunteering is the backbone of any economic that wants to grow and move to the next level. Now we have the facility for the young people to implement small projects, volunteering their effort in kind. So whichever way they are being trained in or educated, they can provide some in kind and their own efforts to improve their villages and the country that they are living in. This is like having another workforce parallel to the current people working, in fact. But they are earning their own experience, providing benefit to the country, and even improving their own environment and their life that they are living across in their own countries and villages.
Yes, Dr. Mona Al-Arishi, thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Mona Al-Arishi, founder of an Egyptian non-governmental organization. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone.